Great. All right. Welcome back to CaseyBuilds Live. We are on our third part of the Lego Death Star today. Gonna finish this guy off finally. Welcome back. It's been a big build. It's been a lot of fun. Today's going to be a big day. It's gonna take us a while to get there, but we're finishing this today. We're 6 out of the 10 bags in at this point. So we've made a lot of good progress. I mean, this thing is certainly getting to be a bit of a monster. Let me switch over. There we go. Yeah, this thing is huge. And I think I can keep pivoting my camera up as I need to get higher with this thing. So you can keep seeing it. But I don't need to go over what we've already done. If you guys have been watching the stream, you've already seen that, and we need to make good time today. So I'm just gonna start building here. First, as always, this step starts out with a whole lot of minifig action. Pretty much any of the steps where any of the bags when there's minifigs to build, unless they have a reason for it. I need to twist that some. There, that's better. Hey, welcome back, Jay. Unless they have a reason for it, they usually have you build the minifigs first before you build the rest of whatever the bag is. We got a little R2-D2 for starters right here. Head wasn't quite on straight. There we go. By the way, I looked this up, and I know I'd asked a question about this earlier, who this guy was. My brother had thought maybe Grand Moff Tarkin. No, it's not Grand Moff Tarkin, because there's a different one, a minifig for him later on. This is apparently an Imperial officer. So, not terribly useful. We have another Han Solo now, and this one will have there. Whose face? Which one? Oh, that one. This Han is in Stormtrooper mode, but just so we can know that it's definitely Han, we're gonna stick with his hair, his scruff. We could give him a Stormtrooper helmet, but then he just looks like a Stormtrooper. So let's have him look like Han. It's better that way. Okay. Put him. Oh. Right off the back, I ruined all of the beautiful sorting that Lex has done. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So hopefully there'll be some people out there today. I feel like I've been saying this all along, that this was going to be a big build, and I was hoping to finish it today. So hopefully not everybody's working. It is Monday, so it would be reasonable to suspect that people are working, but who knows. Also, I can't quite get this Chewie's pea shooter here. There we go. That's good. And Chewie, of course, comes with a pair of handcuffs, which are very unwise to put on a Wookiee. There we go. And handcuffs and another one of those, which we'll just put in the extras bag. Just talking to myself over here. We have, in addition to C-3PO, in addition to R2-D2, we have a C-3PO, because what R2-D2 is complete without his C-3PO friend. And we now have another Imperial officer. Oh, you know what? I put put the wrong minifig head on Han here. I think that should be. This Han has a grimace and a very Han Solo-y smile. So we gotta make sure he looks like Han Solo. Sorry. How about with hair? There you go. Han Solo and another Imperial officer. There we go. Okay, we got our minifigs out of the way. Just leave these here. Okay, those are all done. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. And now we'll flip over. Okay. The build continues. So we've reached the point in the build here where we're working on the upper decks, and unlike the lower ones where we were building chunks at a time, this one seems like we're continuing to build up on what already exists. So instead of having a more modular approach, I think I'm guessing that just for structural stability with this build, instead of building things modularly now, it all needs to be a little bit more cohesive as one big structure. So instead of having little sub areas that we're building, we're just focused on building on the set itself to keep it nice and strong. And let's see, we have 2 walls, so presumably we're going to do these other 2 walls right here. We'll find out. Does this set come with the Chewie? It absolutely does come with the Chewie, right there. That was terrible. Oh, hello, Campoy Street. So I was thinking we would do, this thing would move around one room at a time, but it makes sense if we did these 2 walls. Now we're going to do these 2 walls, and that'll be this platform area. I do have the Darth Vader transformation. Yep. It's back here. Yeah, back here somewhere. It would be very difficult to find a set that has come out in the last, I'm going to say, 5 years, Star Wars set that I do not have. Oops. That wasn't supposed to go there. It's supposed to go there. Also, I don't really have a way to make this table that I build on any sturdier, unfortunately, which means when I put some of these pieces together, ones that lock into place with a little bit more grip, table shakes a little bit more than I would like it to, unfortunately. I haven't really thought of a way to keep it from doing that, barring getting a new table, which could be a valid solution. Yeah. Guilty, Jay. Take my collecting seriously. As the saying goes, if you're gonna do something, if it's worth doing right. 5 of these. Pow. 1 of these. Both of these guys right here. Alright. So hopefully as we continue to build this area up here, it'll start to make more sense what these other areas are for. I think I mentioned before already, this spot over here looks like it's the detention block. I believe. That's my best guess anyway. Oh, and to further prove that, this does look like the corridor for the detention block too. So that seems very possible that that's what this is here. What other things do we have over here? Back behind over here, we saw this area yesterday that I was building up. That was the throne room. And scene of an epic lightsaber duel. And not quite sure what this area is yet. On my last stream in the video version, it started. Okay, well that is good to know. So if you go and watch the video version, does it stutter and then keep going, or does it just die? Because I didn't actually go back through and watch the whole thing. So does it just have a blip, or does it drop out completely? Hopefully it's just a blip and then it picks itself back up. That's what I'm hoping for. Alright. Yeah, and these walls that we're building here really, they appear to have put a lot of focus on making this thing stable, which is great, given the size of it. They really wanted to make sure that this thing was well put together. Second. Okay, there we go. Sometimes with a set this big, it's hard to figure out where every single little piece goes. Oh, that one was supposed to go up here. Oh, the first part of the stream is missing. Oh, that's a bummer. Huh. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to... I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I'm gonna have to see if maybe the first part of the stream is hiding somewhere else. I don't know if it would be organized in a different way. Seems like there was some hiccup yesterday with the stream, and don't know why. Don't usually have that problem, and I suppose let me know today if anything starts getting wonky. Hopefully everything will be fine. Haven't really changed anything with the way I normally do this, and it doesn't seem to usually be a problem. So hopefully that was just an anomaly that will not happen again. Yeah, this thing is really I don't know how to describe it other than it's very solid. It's very strong. It feels sturdy. Sometimes when you build these bigger sets, they look really cool, and they do a pretty good job of getting it to feel like it's going to hold together. But this thing, I mean, you can pick the whole thing up and move it around, and it is a solid set, and that's quite an accomplishment for something of this size. One of the things, well, hello there. I'm gonna guess that's Tyson using Grace's phone once again, your mom's phone. Welcome back, Tyson. We missed you here yesterday. What was I saying? Oh, the Millennium Falcon. One of the things with the Millennium Falcon set is it is huge, and it's not just gonna fall apart, but you have to lift it up with, like, you have to support it underneath and lift it up, and it doesn't feel like, it feels like if you held it wrong, something bad could happen. This set feels like you pick it up and it is a sturdy set. So that's really good. Yeah, no worries about missing yesterday. You were here for the beginning, and you'll be here for the stunning conclusion. So, just so everybody can set the proper expectations here, I do think this set's going to take, I think we're going to take a pretty solid 3 hours to get this done today. So, I anticipate going definitely up until about 5 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Mountain time, since this is a worldwide broadcast, or at least nationwide. Those have things, these don't have things. Huh. Oh, well, that is a very, very nice thought, Tyson. Thank you. I don't know if I could, but I certainly love the show. It's a great show. You watched that with your dad, right? So far, all of these pieces that I've been using, I've been putting the stickers on, and this is the first time it's having me put one down without putting a sticker on it. So I don't know what the difference is there. Yeah, maybe next season. Sure. That would be a pretty fun experience, getting to go on a show like that. Maybe what I would need them to do is maybe they could turn the show. They could have it be a different kind of competition next year for the next season. And see, the problem I have is I really like this stuff, but I have a hard time being creative. And I think what's that? Yeah, freeform building. And I don't know if I'd be able to do it under the time constraints that the guys on Lego Builders did it under. There were definitely a few of the people on there who seemed like they loved Lego, and they'd made some really cool stuff, but they just ran out of time. I don't know if they were trying to make something that was too big or what. And I feel like that would be the issue I would have. I would be so overwhelmed with everything. Yeah, Mark and Boone those were our favorites here too. But see, that's the problem. I agreed that in that last episode there that Mark and Boone, their the thing they built for that last episode wasn't as good as the other team, and I liked their stuff for most of the rest of the series, but the last episode they definitely fell short. Yes, in my opinion. So I was sad to see them lose, but I agreed. Well, you guys, I really hope that if that were to ever happen, I wouldn't let you down. It's a nice thought, though. Well, Mark and Boone, they always had those good songs that he would sing. I don't think I would be good enough for that. Okay. So this is really tricky because I'm still trying really hard to. You need to apply enough pressure to make sure this stuff is really sticking together well, because you want to be able to lift it up like that and not have it break. So you need to push down pretty hard, but you don't want to push so hard that it pushes other things out of place. So that's kind of just have to have the right touch. Also, since this table isn't perfectly solid, I don't want to basically break the table. If I pushed hard enough, I think I could make this table collapse or bend, and that would be bad. So, trying to find the right balance there. 3 of these and 2 of these. Paint building. Yeah, the ducks were kind of silly. I don't have the old Death Star, and I know I need to go and I need to look online to see if I could find it. That would be pretty neat to have one. It would be a lot faster of a build than this too. It's not quite half the size, but it's a lot smaller. I think it's under 3,000 pieces. And this one's a little over 4, so definitely a different size. Yeah, I feel like I would need to look up a list of all of the everything that everybody built to try to remember what my favorite ones were. There were some really cool sets. Yes. Yeah, the gold brick. That was... But you know what? Even the times where they used the gold brick, they still worked up until the last minute. So I always liked that. That even though if they were going to use it and they knew that they were going to use it and they were going to be safe, they still built stuff. So I really liked that. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I need to look on Amazon to see if I can still find it. And probably, more importantly, how much the thing's going to cost. Because a lot of times they retire these old sets, and then people that are still selling the old sets that you can't buy anymore know that you can't buy them anymore, so they sell them for so much more than they came out at. So It's kind of a neat wall we're building right here. Kind of has a neat pattern going up it. I do like these sorts of pieces. Just it's fun to rub your fingernail on them. They make funny noises. There's teeth on this thing, so this is starting to look like it might be a wall that moves. Yeah. Yep. I think that's exactly what that's going to be. Wall that moves. Okay. Where are they? There. Yeah, this is a... There are a few sets that after I built them, they were even cooler looking than I was hoping they would be, and I think this is going to be one of those. You know, there's some sets... Oh, yeah, the top of the building. Yeah. You know, one of the things that I didn't like on that show was the episodes that were where they blew things up, or crushed them, or sawed them in half, or... actually, I guess sawing it in half, that wasn't... They sawed the stuff in half first, and then had to create the set for the thing that sawed in half. I didn't like it when they had to destroy things. The one exception to that was... when they had to test their bridges to see how much weight the bridges could hold. That episode I thought was really cool. One of the things that I had done when I was in college was we built... We did stuff... We did some structural engineering stuff. That included testing bridges and building bridges. And so that stuff was... interesting for me from an engineering standpoint, and I loved seeing how strong they could make the Legos. Keep playing with this door right now. It's kind of a fun little door. I'll try to stop fidgeting with that right now. Where do you go? Right there. Ah. Yeah, this wall is not yet sturdy. Not yet. As soon as we get something on top of this, I think this wall will be a lot stronger, but right now it's a little flimsy. So is anybody out there building anything today while you're watching? Let's see here. Let's try to do this in an order that makes a little more sense. That'll hold that together. This needs to go this way. Okay, now we're firming this wall up quite a bit more. That's good. quite a bit more solid. That's what it needed. This is tricky. The instructions are so big that there's so many different things to work on. Like there's a piece back here that was kind of tough to see in the instructions, and normally the instructions are very, very clear. So well, let me know what you're working on, Tyson, when you start building something. Maybe it's a set that I have as well. Okay. This platform is also still a little flimsy, so hopefully we'll do something more here to strengthen this up. It's kind of wobbly. Ooh. Okay. CaseyBuilds on Lego Masters. You guys are awesome. One of the problems with all these black pieces is they all kind of it's hard to differentiate between them. They kind of blend together. So while I don't have the problem that I had with the first episode of this build, where I couldn't see what I was doing because it was too small, now I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm doing just because the black pieces, like I said, they blend together sometimes. So both on the instructions and on the tray. Something that my brother, who sometimes he's on quality control on here, one of the things that he had noticed once when we were both building it was over Christmas break a few years ago, and I had was going to visit, and I'd taken at the time it was Poe's X-Wing and Finn's TIE Fighter or Resistance X-Wing and TIE Fighter. Anyway, doesn't matter. We were each building one, and he had pointed out something that I'd never seen before that has made a big difference in my building, because it's actually very helpful. One thing that if you pay close attention, you'll notice all of the Lego pieces, typically, if you're looking on the instructions, all of the Lego pieces have a black outline. All of the edges of the piece are all inked with black, but except for the plain black pieces, they're the only ones that have white outlines in the instructions. So it's very helpful to be able to tell the difference between, say, black and dark gray, because the black pieces actually have a different color border. They're white instead of black. So, and I have no idea how he had noticed that after. I mean, well, we've both been we've both built plenty of Lego over the years, and he's I now have all of his sets here in the Lego studio, but how I had never noticed that before, I have no idea. But there you go. That could potentially help some of you someday. You know what, Tyson? I don't have any Minecraft sets. That is one type of set that I don't have any of. I have a really hard time. I have a really hard time forcing myself not to just buy every single Lego set there is, and so if I can make a rule for myself, that's how like I get all the Star Wars sets, because I have a rule in my mind that I get the Star Wars sets. And so as long as I could tell myself I don't get the Minecraft sets, that's a whole lot of money I can save by not getting any of the Minecraft sets. Because as soon as I start getting the Minecraft sets, then I would need to have all of them. Because that's how I collect these things. Once I get one, I have to have them all. So I hold myself off with Minecraft. So the only time I get to play with Minecraft sets is when other people have them. Haven't really stopped to look at what we're doing here for a while, so see what we're building up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still detention block. I'm not sure what this is, but this is how we open the door. We have a knob here that slides the door in and out. Poorly. But yeah, I don't know what this room is yet. Hopefully we'll know soon. Oh, Tyson, also, I still haven't seen your new video. I need you to have your mom send that to me. Okay, more stickers. Yay. Alright, what are we doing here? I feel like I don't have enough of these pieces. Oh! Oh no, I do. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, these ones go here. Ah, Avengers Lego sets. You mean like this one right here? This is the Shield Helicarrier. That was also a pretty cool set that I haven't built in a long time. I used to have that one in my office. One of the things I like about that one is it's got power in it, if you haven't ever seen it before. And you can turn it on and the propellers all turn like it's flying. That could be a cool set to do on here sometime. Okay, we'll keep telling her, and then eventually she'll remember. So yeah, I got that Avengers set. Over here we have the Hulk Buster. I've got Stark Tower right here. I have a few Avengers sets. I don't have a lot of them. I do have the Avengers jet around here somewhere. Yeah, Avengers is one of the ones where I've been able to successfully just get. I limit myself just to the big sets for that one. So I know they have lots of little sets. I usually have a lot more fun when I'm building. When I'm building the really, really big sets. So, and I really like the Avengers a lot. So, I like getting the massive ones, like the Shield Helicarrier. That one's such a cool set. But I've been able to limit myself on those just to getting the big ones. And luckily they don't make too many of the big... they haven't made too many of the big Avengers sets. Mm-hmm. Okay, more black pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the Helicarrier is kind of like a Technic set. Yeah, that's a good description for it. It's got all sorts of gearing and motors inside of it. Actually, so there was a Star Wars set that was not a Technic set, but it was kind of close because it also had a lot of gearing inside of it. It was an old one. It's the old Imperial... Where'd it go? Imperial shuttle. Anyway, the wings are so big on that set that it has some pretty substantial gears to make them fold, which is kind of neat. Yes. Yeah, somebody at work had asked me the other day if I was going to run out of sets to build. And I let them know that that would take a very long time for me to get to that point. Okay, this needs to turn. Alright, we're working in this area now. So I don't know what's going on over here anymore, but now we're in this wing. So that's a good looking corridor. We need the twosers. 2, 2. Four of those. Yeah. Do you have the Helicarrier, Jay? Not quite sure what I'm building here. We have this corridor hallway, and in the instructions we're going to be doing some more interesting things with it. But it's kind of spaced out in a weird way that I'm not quite sure what to think of. Oops. Yeah. Actually, when the Helicarrier came out, it was so cool. I think that might have been the first Avengers one that I got. When it came out, I thought, oh, this is awesome, and this is going to be really expensive because they're going to start coming out with all of these really huge Avengers sets, like the Star Wars sets. I'm going to have to start getting all of these now. And then luckily, they only had the one. So I don't think they've had any other really big Avengers sets. Not like that one anyway. I'm not sure which set I'm going to build this next weekend. I'm not sure. Probably a smaller one. Once I do the really massive sets, I always try to balance it out just because it takes so long to build these big ones. I like to have little ones that if people don't want to have to watch for as long, that they're easier to watch in short sittings. But I haven't figured out which one to do next weekend yet. But I'll let you know if I do. Favorite Sith Lord? Well, I'm gonna have to go with Darth Vader. I know that he's kind of an easy answer to give, but he's my guy. I like him. I've dressed up as him many times. I've got a full Darth Vader outfit. And I've got the replica Darth Vader lightsaber. I have some other ones. I also have I've got the costume for Kylo Ren. And I'm not gonna say too much about all these people because I don't want to spoil the movies for Tyson because he hasn't seen them yet. But Darth Vader is definitely my favorite. I like his story. Bo James and I, we both like Darth Vader a lot, but we like him for different reasons. But again, I'm gonna avoid going into too much detail on that because I don't want to ruin the movies for Tyson. Someone named your HomePod Tyson, and now it's Sue. Your HomePod's name is Sue. Those are much more creative names. I'd name all of our HomePods after the rooms that they live in. So there's office, and there's great room, and there's master bedroom. So that way it's easier to see where they are. Know which one you're working with. Holy cow. All the last 3 weeks you watched every Star Wars movie? Does that include ones like Rogue One? Because I think Rogue One actually might be my very favorite Star Wars movie at this point. It was so good. Can I wear the costume next week? Oh, that's a that's a fun request that I would have not expected to get. I'm gonna say no, but that's because the helmet, I can see through it, but it's hard to see through. So I would have a really hard time building while all dressed up. But I'll send your mom some pictures so she can show you. I actually have worn the costume to work before for Halloween. So your mom's even seen me in it, I think. Oh, you know what? She might not have if she might have been pregnant with you, Tyson, when I wore it to work for that Halloween. I can't remember if she was there for that one or not. But I'll send her a picture so you can see. Yeah, we have a... Yeah, I'd also be very sweaty. That's a good point, too. Yeah, I get pretty hot in that costume. It's they are definitely really good movies, and some parts are pretty emotional, and they'll make you feel happy and make you feel sad. But Yoda's such a cool little guy. Oh, the Red Guard are awesome. There's all these. The only thing worse than a sticker is a little sticker. And these little stickers, ugh, they are terrible. I know that's fine. I did. Only two more itty bitty little stickers. Only one more after this one. And then only 3 stickers left after that. So we're getting close to being done with stickers, and that's wonderful news. There we go. Oh no! Whoops. Breaking my Death Stars, I'm building it. There we go. Okay, now where do these other pieces go? This guy goes here. There, figured it out. Blue stickers. You have the Shadow Guards. You mean like as a Lego set? Yeah. Actually, Lex and I have mini lightsabers in our house here. Because I had Darth Vader and Kylo Ren lightsabers, the replicas, and then when we were in Disneyland for our wedding, we both built lightsabers there. So we've got at the moment we have 4 lightsabers in our house, and she wants to get more because she wants to get Princess Leia. Or maybe it was Rey. I don't know. There's more Star Wars stuff that she wants to get. And since I have all the stuff I want now, but she deserves to have all the things that she wants. Yeah, sometimes I use tweezers on the stickers. I go back and forth. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it makes it harder. I don't know. The problem is my fingers are too big. My fingers are too big. Which Star Wars are the Black Guards in? I don't remember those. Can't picture them. Yeah, the ones that go around with Kylo? Is that right? Huh. I don't know what's going on here either. Oh! this is so fun. I'll show you guys what this is doing. Oh, they're not in the movie. Okay, that would explain why I'm less familiar with those. Yeah, Tyson, if you don't have a lightsaber yet, next time your family goes to Disneyland, you should talk to your mom about building one. See if you can convince her to do that, because it's really a lot of fun. Yeah, building the droid was okay, but building the lightsabers are way more fun. They're also way more expensive. Oh man, this is so cool. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more of this together, but then I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on, because this area right here, I was right, it is the detention block. And it's turning out really neat. Oops. Well, those are all messed up now. They had a good run. It's okay. Ah, General Grievous, yes. Yeah, he's definitely a good one. Or a bad one, I suppose, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, there's such long movies that there's a lot of people that come and go, and it's a long, long journey. Oops, I didn't put all the pieces down yet. Where do the rest of these go? Oh, I'm a silly goose. I did that wrong. Okay. Oh, that makes way more sense to put it together that way. I was missing a few pieces before. There we are. Yeah, that's right. Okay. One, two of those, 4 of this mess that I messed up. The beautiful sorting that was there. The droids, they're fun, but I was a little disappointed when I built my droid. It didn't work as well as I wanted it to. The lightsaber is a way more neat thing to build than the droid. I built one of the BB unit droids, and Lex built a R2 unit. Hers works better than mine does, Mine actually comes apart a lot if you play with it too much. The kind of separates itself frequently. The head comes, I mean, I guess the whole thing is head. The ball comes apart, so it's kind of annoying. Something else that's a lot of fun to do if you're down visiting Disneyland is there's a virtual reality place in downtown Disney called The Void, and one of the scenarios they have there, you get to be a storm Rebel Alliance dressed up as a stormtrooper trying to infiltrate something, and that is really cool. And I don't know if there's if you have to be a certain size to be able to do it or a certain age. So Tyson, I'm not sure if you might not be big enough, but one of these days you will be, and if you aren't yet, you might be. It's a lot of fun. BB-90, BB-8, R2-D2 sleeper destroyed. Yeah. Yeah, all of the things. Okay, I think this is my last tiny sticker. And then there's only 3 more stickers after this. But this is definitely the worst, last of the bad stickers. Ha. Not too much trouble. Got that done. Okay. These go here, and this one goes on that. This one goes that way. And now, let's see here. This needs to go here and here. This whole area here is very much it's right out of the movie. It's really great. There's even something right here. I think I can show you now. You can see that there's this grate right here, and it's attached to a little knob that when you move the grate, something would drop down through this hole, which happens to be right over top of the trash compactor here. So that's pretty darn cool. Well, Tyson, I can't tell you why Darth Vader's my favorite character until you watch the movies. So maybe get your dad to show you all the movies, and then I can explain to you why he's my favorite. But yeah, Han Solo's, he's great. He's always great. It's really hard for me to not say things right now that'll spoil movies for you, Tyson. You gotta get on that. Maybe you could watch them over your summer break here. This is a really complicated apparatus here. I don't know what this is going to be yet. It's going to twist around though. Another platform of some kind. Where does this go? Across here. That. Oh, it's a jail cell. I'm gonna say Rogue One is probably my favorite Star Wars movie. I think they did such a good job connecting it. What about you, Jay? Favorite Star Wars movie? How did Darth Vader get a baby? How did Darth Vader get a baby? I don't know the answer to that. How did Darth Vader get a baby? What's your joke? Tyson, you gotta tell us the answer to your joke. Use the Force. Okay. All right. Best prequel movie. I'm gonna have to go with the third one. Oh no, I can't. I've lost this piece. Let's try to get it back. There we go. Ooh, nope, didn't. Come on. Sometimes you gotta talk to the Lego pieces to make them do what you want them to do. There, got that one. I had trouble getting that together. Yes, may the fourth and may the Force be with all of you. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're working on bag number 7 right now, and this one was a huge bag. This was definitely one of the biggest sections to get through, and so we're almost done with this one. A little over an hour in. I'm still going to be optimistic. And I think saying that we're going to be done with this as a 3-hour build is probably still accurate. There we go. Have a little jail cell there. Yeah, alright. So this is the last step on this section. Let's that little needle? Okay. Thank you. My lovely wife and assistant is helping me off camera right now so we can just keep things going. Okay. Oh, we made a little interrogation droid. So they frequently use these clear pieces to make it to pretend that that things are floating. So this is a little floating interrogation droid. I don't think Bo James is here right now. He hasn't said anything. There.
Your dad says you should put the cookie sheet on a TV tray and move the thing closer to the camera.
I'm gonna have to do a little adjustment here to get this closer to the camera so you guys can see it better. I think that might work better. So we're done with this. We're done with this bag now. That was bag 7, and we have 8, 9, and 10 to go. And bag 7 was the largest one. So now we have this kind of a jail cell here, and there's a knob to open up the jail cell. And then over here we have another knob that you could blast open this ventilation shaft. That would make it so that theoretically, if somebody were to go through the ventilation shaft, they go down into the trash compactor area. Can I get my water? I left it over there, please. Thank you. Got a candy claw machine. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, when we keep building here, ooh, we're finally going to get to the part. Oh, that's what this area. So this area over here is going to be where the laser is. But it looks like this section that we're up to now. I'm gonna leave this pointed at the throne room for you, just so you can look at that for the moment. It looks like bag 8 is about building the laser, so we're gonna start building the laser here, and it'll end up over here, but we're gonna be building it separately. Oh, I'm gonna set this over here so you can still see me building here. Actually, for right now, we're going to go back because the area that we're building is going to be a separate area. It's its own little unit. So, let's see if I can. I can't. Angle down a skosh. There. And then once I finish with this spot here, I'll angle it back up. But we're working on a separate little area right now. Pretty sure Bo James is working right now and was unable to take the time off. Yeah, this set's been a little bit of a challenge just because of how big it is getting my cameras down. So I've been trying to do this all on the fly here to maximize how much you guys can actually see, and it's been tricky, but hopefully you guys can see okay. Bye, Jay. Thanks for popping in. If you end up with more time later, we'll probably be doing this for the next almost 2 hours. But you all definitely shouldn't feel like you need to stick around. This is a big one. Thank you, Mike 16. Okay. So for me, the thing that makes this set really cool, since it's not really a model set, and by model I mean it's not like one of the Ultimate Collector series where you're building like a Sandcrawler or a TIE Fighter or something like that. This one, the thing that makes this set fun for me when I'm building it here to see it is to see all of the interactive pieces that mimic the movie. And so so far, each of these little rooms has been a lot of fun for me. I like them all. I especially like it when there's things in the rooms that are interactive and move around. So this set has been surprising me with those sorts of things. I was not expecting much from it in having all of this interactive stuff. So the fact that it has it makes me really excited. Okay. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Yet. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Oops. Okay, what do I need now? I need one of these and some of these. So Tyson, something that might really surprise you is that over this way, over here, behind the camera, over that way, I've still actually got some Lego sets over there that are, well, certainly older than you, but they're sets that I had gotten when I was your age and younger than your age. So it's one of those things that if you have fun doing it, you can play with your Legos for years and years and years and years. This is interesting. I don't know what we're building here. Okay, we need to have a little hello. have a worm gear. I have no idea what we're working on right now. I like it when I'm building something. It's fun to know what you're building, but it's also fun sometimes just to be completely surprised and have no idea what's happening. And this is one of those times. I have no idea what's going on. I can only assume this has something to do with the laser, but still don't know yet. Okay. Okay, apparently this all fits together, and I still have no idea what's happening. Yep, no clue. Definitely, we're doing some Technic kind of stuff here. We got lots of gears, so that's fun. I love gears. If that isn't totally obvious at this point. Ooh. Okay. I am starting to get the suspicion that we're building the aiming mechanism for the laser. That is my current guess here. Okay, that needs to go like that. This is a combination of pieces in a way I have never put these things together before. This is wild. Huh. Okay. All right, this fella here is oriented this way. This will go through. Okay. Not terribly easy to operate yet. Hopefully we'll fix that soon. how embarrassing would it be to have a massive death ray and not be able to point it where you want to point it? Completely embarrassing. Oh, and there we go. We have glass blast shielding. That's good too. Gotta keep our technicians safe. And the designers of this thing really thought of everything. Of the Death Star, that is. Okay, we're about to put together some really impressive looking big satellite dish looking things here. Alright, this go down there. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to attach over here. Yeah. Okay, I think we're getting close to having our big component ready to go here. Aha! Alright, so this has to go over here. This is going to attach right there. There. Lift this up a skosh. There we go. So now we have our cannon on a swivel. Oh boy. Okay, well, we're building just a 16 copies of something. Well, these steps are always my least favorite sorts of steps. They're real monotonous. But sometimes you need to have an array of 16 with the exact same thing to put together. Lego's generally pretty good about avoiding these sorts of monotonous things, and every once in a while it's gonna happen. Right now, Looks like we're just building a big long chain that will go around the outside of a dish. Just sort of putting the same pieces together over and over and over again. This is actually, steps like this are part of the reason why I've avoided doing other big sets, like the Superstar Destroyer, because the Superstar Destroyer, while it is very impressive looking, it's huge and it's over 4 feet long, so it's a really big set. So it looks really cool. But there's a lot of this sort of thing where they'll have you say, okay, now build 16 copies of this, because there's a lot of repetition on the surface of the thing. And so that's just kind of, I mean, it's boring to build, so it's even more boring to watch, I would imagine. So wouldn't want to force you people to suffer through watching something like that. And unfortunately, looks like we're having to deal with something a little bit like that right now with Death Star. So we're actually pretty close to being done with bag 8 here, which is great because we're about an hour and a half in, and that would be half of what we had left for today. So we're getting close. I still feel confident about our shooting for 3 hours and being done with this thing. One benefit to steps like this is that being highly monotonous, you don't have to keep going back and reading the instructions. You just got a whole bunch of pieces to put together real quick. So that's what we're doing. One to go, and then probably 1 or 2 more steps of doing something 16 times. Let's see. 3 more steps of it. Great. Okay. So we need to be oriented this way. Not that that's going to matter too much. Kind of oddly, these don't lay flesh like I would have thought they would have. And we're alternating back and forth between simple squares and then these trapezoidal pieces. Presumably, when this stuff ends up getting wrapped around a dish, that'll make it so that it all fits together nicely. Okay, a whole bunch of these. Oops. Yeah, it's really hard to get these things to stay in place right now. So many. Hopefully the last monotonous step would be this one. Holy moly. Sorry for the boring stuff here, guys. Alright, let's see what we do next. Yeah, alright, so these are going to bend together, and now this is pretty neat. Well, will be if they'll stick together still. Kind of rolls together like a roly-poly bug. There we are. Ha! Yeah, that turned out looking pretty cool. How in the world is this supposed to attach? Oh, it just sits in there. Remember how much fun I was talking? How much I was talking about how fun it is when things don't actually attach, and how that's not a problem. This isn't a problem. It's not a problem. Not at all. Come on. Snap together. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Now it's all together. That's pretty darn cool. That is a neat looking radar. Or satellite dish. Okay. Oh yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, now I gotta build a couple more little lasery bits. And then we'll be done with this bag. There's the main laser bit right there. And now we've got to build some more around the outside. Let's see here. We need to make 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. There we go. And let's start attaching them over here. A Lambo minifig. Certainly not that I've seen. Oh, Lando! I've got car on the brain. Sorry, I'm so excited about my Lamborghini. I have seen a Lando minifig before. I don't know if it'll be in this one, but there definitely is a Lando. Okay, Lex just looked on the box. There's no Lando in this set, but we got one around here somewhere.
There is a Grand Moff Tarkin in this one if you haven't built him yet.
I have not built him yet. No. Right. There we go. We got a laser. Cool looking laser. Pew pew. That's neat. Oh, well, and just like that, we're done with bag 8. On to bag 9. Okay, and looks like with bag 9 we're building more pizza pie areas for up top here, which means I should probably keep this angled down a bit more, since that's where we're going to be able to see what we're building. Yes. Yes, we do. Fully armed and operational. Okay. Alright, and like before, when we're building our other pizza wedges, we get to go ahead and build things right now that are just sitting there, not together, thus, and we get to enjoy how much of not a problem that is. Because we'll fix that real quick. See, it's already getting fixed and it's not a problem. It already wasn't a problem, but now it's even less of a problem. Less of a problem. There. Not sure how I'm supposed to grab some of these pieces sometimes.
Can you get a hand with you?
No, you did a good job, but some of the pyramid-y stacks I have to mess up to be able to actually get anything off of the pyramid. And it's sad because they're so pretty. We should start up an alternate CaseyBuilds feed called Lex Sorts.
Nobody wants to see that.
Just see the beautiful pattern organized sorting that she's been doing. Or what I need is another camera that we could feed it in and have you be in a separate corner of the feed. Okay, so right now we're building up this other pizza pie, and you can see there's this little hole here, and I think that's going to be going on top of the laser here. There was one thing sticking up that will let you rotate it, and I think that's going to be sticking through here. I'm guessing. And once we get there, I'll crank the camera crane back up here, and you'll be able to see the top, see what's actually going on up there. But in the meantime, let's angle this so you can see something else new. Let's hear. So we have this cannon down here. Let's angle it so you can see this area here where there's a claw machine waiting to build something, which I don't remember, but
So the
It's not a flight deck. I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3. 2. All right. I think when this thing is complete, we're gonna hear our neighbors next door yelling, "That's no moon," because it's definitely gonna be visible from that far away. Okay, there we go. Pizza wedge. Lego plywood pizza wedge. Solid.
There's another rope in this bag.
So I was reading up, and I mentioned this yesterday, but I can confirm now that the Star Wars Lego team. Oh, good. Yep. So this is just gonna. So we're up here. Not really a whole lot to see. Otherwise, I would crank the camera up, because probably the next step is going to be starting another pizza wedge. Another pizza wedge. Yep. Okay. So the Lego Star Wars team has 8 model designers and 4 graphic designers. So this set, the pages, the intro pages of this instruction manual have information about the model designer and the graphic the graphic designer. And then they also have information about the art designer, which is something I wouldn't have even thought about at all. But it is the person who designs the box art for these sets, which I suppose that is a legitimate need. You got to put it in a box. Didn't really think about it being something that was such an intentional and deliberate role for someone. Because to me, all of these boxes are basically largely templatized, and I guess that's not true. The boxes do have their own flavor. Anyway, that's the thing. But the reason why this popped into my head was because up at the top here, one of the things I was reading about with the model designer here, he was talking about doing the model design for this set as a reissue of the set that had already come out, and what parts he had worked on and what made it better than the original, and how he put his fingerprints on it. And one of the things that he talked about liking was the cannons that are going to be up on the top up here that he really liked designing for the trench run, because that was something that was one of his favorite parts of Star Wars. And so he had a lot of fun being able to design that for this set. It's a little bit of a those fantasy come true kind of a situation. Certainly heard similar things from people that have gotten interviewed that work on these movies now. I mean, Star Wars has been around long enough where people that were young enough to have these movies watched these movies as they were growing up are now old enough that they're working on them as they come out, and it's just sort of neat. There they are. Okay. Holy moly, 7. I need to build 7 little swivel stand units. I wonder what all these are for. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7. Kind of wondering if maybe these will be aimable turrets. Okay, well, now what? As we set that over there, something will attach underneath. Looks like we're building a really, really small blockade runner, Tantive 4, one of the ships that the rebels have that possibly gets tractor beamed. I'm not sure if that's the one that this is going to be or not. Definitely looks like a Corvette class starship, though. Whew, okay, let's start building. There are pieces that we need. These on the bottom. Another one of those. Yeah, this is a little starship here. Okay, and how is this supposed to be angled? Like that. There we go, see? Tiny. Happy little starship, yeah. So. Quality control, do you know what kind of starship this is? Needs to go down here on the bottom of this guy. guy's just sort of floating out there. Okay. And again, I'm assuming I'm not going to bother re-angling the camera yet, because this just sits up here like that. And now we're on to another piece of pie. Now, I feel like I talk about food so much on this stream, it would seem like I never eat, but I promise you that's not the case. Doesn't look like a ship. Well, maybe it's not a ship. Maybe it's not a ship.
Is it all done?
No, it's a it's like a little video feed in the detention block area here. Silly me. Okay. Oh, there we go. Pieces just sitting there, willy-nilly. Not a care in the world. Not attached to anything. It's fine. Not a problem. And the problem that wasn't is now solved. There we go. Whew. Correct me if I'm wrong, quality control, but didn't the Tantive sort of have that sort of a shape to it? Obviously the scale is completely wrong, but didn't it sort of have that sort of a look? Okay, so this pizza slice is going to have some uniqueness to it. Yeah, hammerhead design. In that this slice has some holes. Oh, and over top of the holes, we have some swivelly bits. So something's going to go through the bottom of this. That lets us rotate it from the bottom, from underneath. Let's just set that over there and see what happens. Okay, so we need to build 2 of these. We'll build them at the same time. 2. 1 and a 2. 2. These definitely look like turrets. Swivelly cannons. 2, 2, 2. For those. Okay, these are gonna definitely be resting on top of those right there. As I mentioned before, earlier, the all black pieces have white outlines, which is a really easy way when looking at the instructions to tell the difference between a gear like this and a gear like this. This one has a white outline, this one has a black outline. And just in case you weren't here earlier when I was mentioning this, quality control, I did mention how you had discovered that, which I had never ever noticed before. And you did. So kudos to you. Okay. Something going on there. Yeah. Thank you. Sure how these cannons are going to work yet. Oh, pieces flew everywhere.
Are you always trying to ruin my stuff?
Two, four, 6. So this is most likely one of those things that the model designer was talking about designing, were these turrets right here. So we've got a little knob on the side here that does something in the middle in there. Still yet to see how that will turn into... Oh, there we go. Okay, so the next step. Next step shows all. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2. 2 and 2. 2, 2. All right, let's finish these off. Are we on 9 right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, 2 hours in. Okay, we might go a skosh past the 3-hour mark here, but we're getting close. But we're not going to stop today until this thing's done. Where's that go? That goes in there. E. It's a tight fit. Oh, it's not supposed to go in all the way. It just goes in not that far, and there we go. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Got cannons. We've got cannons. You know, sometimes it's remarkable to see how all of this stuff can come together. Like all of these little itty bitty pieces. I mean, and yeah, obviously that's what Lego is. But all of these things come together to make something like that. I like that. That's great. Okay. Attach our cannons down here. Okay. All right, now some underside work for the cannons. Let's see what ends up happening with this. Okay, 2 of these. Alright, now this needs to carefully line up with the way these are supposed to go. This one is supposed to go this way. Oops. There we go. And this needs to be aligned like that. Okay. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so what we're doing right now is actually building a little mechanism that will keep the cannons targeted on the same thing, going the same way. So I'll show you how that's going to work in a second here. But this is clever. I like what's happening. Okay. Oh. There. All right, now so using this little lever here, we can cannons move together, and using these levers, you can have them take aim. All right, and one more time, I'm not going to move the camera up because all we're doing is placing this up on top, and there's not a lot to see with that. And now for the fourth pizza slice, which has some fun grating. One way to work around the problem of the pieces not being attached to each other is to simply build it out of order. I don't know why this set hasn't happened so frequently, because it doesn't happen most of the time. Most of the time when you're building sets, they have things ordered in such a way that it very, very deliberately makes sure that you don't have these sorts of issues. But it is something that they constantly are throwing at us with this set, and I don't love that. So if they refuse to fix the problem, I'll fix the problem on my own. More grating. We are going to be done with this set with bag 9 here real quick. Lego build. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When Lego doesn't do things in the order it should, I'm going to take it upon myself to fix the mistake that they made. So these pieces, here's just a little fun little trivia. These pieces right here, they can either go together this way, or they can go together this way. And I always, I don't know why, but for some reason to me, when I was growing up, I always thought that there was a right way and a wrong way. And in this build, they have you put it together both ways, so clearly both are fine, and it can go either way. But this, to me, was always the right way to do it, where it could lay down flush here. Because if it's around the other way, it doesn't, because it gets caught up on the lip here. But to me, this was the right way to do it. Incidentally, this is the first time in this set that it goes what I consider the right way. The other ways have been flipped around the other way so far. So, just a little something that you probably wouldn't have ever thought a person could have an opinion about. And now, there you go. Now you know someone who does. That's right. Proper sequencing. LEGO really should just consult with me from now on, going forward. I will help them right all of their wrongs. There we go. Okay. Yeah, maybe instead of like when movies come out with director's cuts or songs have remixes or whatever, maybe I can have a CaseyBuilds alternate instructions. Come up with the same final build, but building it in a Casey approved order. I like that. That is true. Two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the end of. That is the end of section 9. So this is the final step here, and then we'll be on the last section. Pretty much right in line with how much time we were expecting to do, so I feel like I'm trying to keep us pretty close to on target. Don't want to interfere with dinner too much. Last night we had intended to have pizza, and then when it came time to order, I realized that the place we were going to order from didn't have a menu online that matched their menu in the store, and it made it difficult for me to know what I actually wanted to have from that place. Clearly big problems that we have to overcome around here. So we ended up not getting it last night, but I think that's our plan for tonight. Just going to have to put a little more effort into figuring it out. I say this because I'm not sure, but it is possible that my microphone is picking up the sounds of hunger coming from my stomach right now. Let's see, how's this supposed to go? God, I guess. It's weird. I don't know what this is. Extra pieces. Good question. They don't make me doubt myself because doing this for so long, I've come to understand that they put extra pieces in the bag, and I have theories about this. I think it might have to do with because it's always the little pieces. It's not the big pieces they give you extra ones of. It's always just the little ones, and I think it might have to do with the minimum number they can successfully sort into bags when they're doing it. So like you end up with an extra, one of these little yellow pieces. You'll end up with an extra one or two of those because the machine has to grab a certain number of them. That's my guess. Totally making that up. I have no idea if it's accurate or not. But okay, so we have this thing here now. I'm not sure what this is either, but you can twist it up top here. Oh, I wonder if maybe this is going to be a hanger. And I wonder if the TIE Advance that we built earlier is going to sit on that. That would be clever. There. Yeah, I don't know if they have a methodology. Might I trouble you for bag 10, please? Thank you. I don't know. It is one thing that I've never looked into too much, but I believe that it has to do. That's what I think it is. I think maybe when the Lego machines are sorting and filling up the bags, I assume that maybe it could only minimum grab like four of those little yellow bits at a time. And so if you're on a stage of the build that only needs 3 of them, you're absolutely going to have one extra one. But that's only a guess. Also, it just occurred to me that in the little video, right, the little video of me right here up in the upper left hand corner. Wow, I can't even. Over here, this little video, that the set is tall enough that it's actually starting to get up in front of my face somewhat. That is amazing. Okay, let's finish this off. First things first, we got to finish off our little minifigs. Starting with the one that my brother had mentioned yesterday, Grand Moff Tarkin. Not a whole lot of difference between the face on this side and the face on this side. It's either angry and confused or just angry. So let's make him angry and confused. Yeah, that is Grand Moff Tarkin. And we have a few more Empire minions here. Minion. With silly hats, with silly chin straps. These guys you actually get to choose two, so we'll do one happy and one less happy. Just to mix it all up. And just to show, we really do have a pile of minifigs over here now. Just a massive pile. Okay, minifigs are done. Let's finish strong with the build. Okay, now we're going to be building up on top again, so I'm going to once again replace Move my camera up a bit. Oop. Oh, I need a counterweight. I need. Could you bring me? I don't know. Remote control. I need to put something right here to keep this thing from tipping over backwards. Hope that holds it. If that doesn't hold it, you guys are going to get a really cool shot of our ceiling really soon. But here's hoping. Is that heavier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Nope. That's fine. I think it. Incidentally, back to talking about extra pieces. Just because I'm a lunatic and I have to have ways of doing everything that I do, because why wouldn't one have reasons to do everything the way they do? Oh yeah, see, you're not going to get to see the top of it now. No, we're gonna have to get creative on the fly real quick. I do keep all of my each set, the extra pieces I have in each set. I keep separate from the extra pieces of other sets. So basically, if you open up a box, you will always have all of the pieces that came in that box, even if the pieces are not needed for the build. Okay. Well, now we have to go higher with the camera, so I'm gonna finish putting these pieces on here and then move it up higher again. Okay, that was short-lived. Apologies. Hopefully this doesn't make anybody seasick, but we're gonna have to extend the legs of this thing a bit. There. Which way? There. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll move this a little bit closer so you can see what's going on top while I build it. Yeah, there. I think that's a great camera move. I do say so myself. Nope, wrong pieces. Yeah, every once in a while I think about and I wonder if I were to pull out all of the extra pieces that I have from all of these boxes. I wonder what kind of set or what kind of model I could actually build with all of those extra pieces. I think it'd be probably pretty impressive. So once again, we are finally on bag 10, which is the last bag. So we are on the home stretch at this point. Lex is taunting me at the moment by eating a snack, which I can hear, which is making my stomach growl even more. However, I will do my best to remain professional and not let that affect the quality of this build.
Right. You don't want what I did anyway. It's not me.
Sorry, these are large steps that are having me grab a lot of pieces here. It is fun to see that we're finally getting near the top of this thing. And it is every bit the monster that we thought it would be. Perhaps this shaft down the middle is meant to be where one would fly down and fly through and detonate or something. Perhaps. Who knows? Two of those, two of those, two of those, two of those. Oh, we got a spill on the tray.
No.
It's okay.
Why are you ruining my work? I'm gonna start handing you pieces.
Alright. Oop, oop, oop. Wait, where do you go? You go here. I'm almost a little worried at the thought of trying to pick this thing up once it's done. It's come to my attention that Lex is eating a bowl of frozen peas right now.
No, I'm not. They're blueberries.
Oh, frozen blueberries. Not to say that she wouldn't eat a bowl of frozen peas, because apparently that's something that she likes as well. Which, in my opinion, is pretty darn weird.
Blueberries.
Confirmation, a bowl of frozen blueberries. Oh, we got questions over here. Taco Cub, if given the opportunity to build a Death Star the size of your car, would you allow it to take the space in your garage? Oh, absolutely. Lex's car could go back outside. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, we need to be both sides. It's
Or I would just need to build more garage space.
Where?
Extend the garage out onto where our driveway is right now. Just enclose the whole thing properly. But those are exactly the sorts of hard-hitting, thought-provoking questions that I love that we get from you, Taco. Turn this a little bit more so you can actually see what's going on up here. I still don't know what this area is that we're building. I think the important thing to take away from your question here, Taco, is yes, I would want to do it, and I would find a way to make it so that both things could happily live in a garage of some kind. Would you rather fight one Rancor-sized Porg or 100 Porg-sized? Oh man. I'm gonna say 100 Porg-sized Rancors. Though I hope this doesn't turn into a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man kind of a situation here, where I just sealed my own fate. Alright, and we're finishing off the kind of the rounding off of this, and it really has just a great shape to it. Like I think you can see from your angle here that it really just goes around, and it's a big round ball, just like it's supposed to be. That's great. Okay. Ooh, we're about to figure out what this is up here. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I'm losing pieces underneath my Death Star. No. No, it's fine. And which room? We're over here. Which way does my table go? Like that. Okay. There's that. There. Actually trying to build this by looking in the camera so that so you guys can see what's happening while I do it. There. So now to see what that actually is, it is a flimsy round table. Oops. just a chair back here. There. Big old round table. That's cool. Alright. And what's next? We got 2 of those and 2 of these. 2 of those. Great. So where's all this go? Not those yet. We're still maintaining the central shaft here. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. While I hope this doesn't happen, I do think it would be pretty hilarious if while I was building this, the table just collapsed.
That'd be awful.
Next up, let me turn this so you can see the back side of what we're doing now. This goes over here. Working in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that looks like we're going to start strengthening this top bit up a bit, finally. Oh, nope, that doesn't go there. That goes over here. Which is good, because I would say of all of the whole thing that we've put together so far, the central core shaft area is probably the one that needs the most sturdying up. Oh, forgot that I'm looking at this at a different angle. That needs to be there. This thing, it's the ground. It will originate from my mighty kick that I warned you about earlier. Taco, I already told you I have no idea about whatever those shenanigans you're talking about are. I had no part in that. If I had, I would have made your life better, and I apologize that you're dealing with shenanigans. You deserve better. I blame other people that we work with. Okay. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, there's no good way for me to have all of this stuff angled better right now. The size is a very real issue. Okay. this is having us basically marry a lot of these pizza wedges together, which is really good because it's gonna firm it all up. Yeah, the thought of like, I don't know, dropping this thing off a roof. I mean, that would be, there would be pieces just in every direction for miles. By the way, taco, I did have my second and final Stan's donut this morning that the donut man so thoughtfully dropped off yesterday. And it was delicious. Remarkably, Lex was downstairs first, and she left it for me. I think that alone shows you true love. Have you ever modded any to have extra LED accent lights or anything for display purposes? Oh, yes. The Disney Castle, and I streamed that a few weeks ago, of lighting that thing up. And if you want to see a disaster of an episode, that one, okay, you let the donut man know. Yeah, that, if you look for the part 4 of lighting up the Disney Castle, man, I didn't know if I was going to make it to the end of that episode or not. That was absolutely brutal. Using a lighting kit from... I don't remember the name of the company that does it. Brick Loot, I want to say. And their instructions are not great. Final product looks really good in the dark. In light, you just see a whole bunch of wires all over the place, which isn't all that great looking, but at night it looks amazing. It's cool. It's something that I never have any desire to ever do ever again. Ever. Oh no. I'm sure the lighting kit for the Death Star, should it exist, would look absolutely amazing. But I can tell you this, it will never be on my Death Star. To make that happen, you have to do some highly illegal Lego things. Okay. And the thought of doing that with this set almost makes me feel nauseous. Okay. We have a piece that requires a sticker, which I can't even get to. Oof. There we are. Final sticker of this type. We are down to 2 remaining stickers after this one. Yay. Where's this piece go? Oh, there it goes. Right there. Alright. Bye, Grace / Tyson. Enjoy biking. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up while you're gone. Thanks for watching today. I assume if you feel like going back and finishing it off, you can probably go back into YouTube and it'll pick up right where you stopped watching it, I guess. I don't know. Alright, where does this piece go? This one goes here. Yeah. And then this one goes here. One of those, 2 of those. Again, more just very, very, very satisfying rounded areas here. Controls that door. Oh, great. Okay. Next up. Last ones of those. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh bother. There. Okay. Suppose I could probably raise this up a little bit more now. You guys want to see where the action is, I assume. There, and nail that down. Too much. Well, I can move this over here and scooch. There. That will push this over here. Okay, I think we've got a good angle to finish this off at, I hope. Well, of course, now I'm building a separate side unit, so let's do this so you can actually see what I'm building as I build, and then we'll move it back. Okay. We're playing fast and loose with our camera placement today. Don't really like it when I have to do that, but kind of seemed impossible not to. with this fella. Okay. All right. And as Lex pointed out earlier, we have another rope. Which I don't know what to do with yet. It's going to go through there. Might not even need to tie this one. Might hold itself. Which would be nice. Okay, it needs to come out of the top. Like that. Oops. Oh. Goodness. Okay, that needs to go through there. There. Haha, great. Oh, I love it when you don't actually have to tie them. Better. Oh no.
What did you do?
I threw with reckless abandon, and like out of a cartoon, this got stuck on my hand, and when I went like that, it flung. So, whoopsie doodle. Okay. Hopefully, that is the last bit of silliness for today. Okay. Thread the needle. There we go. Nope, unthreaded. Thread the needle. Okay. Whew. All right. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. Still don't know what this is. I mean, looks like it's like the other thing. It'll be some sort of platform. Though I still don't know if that's the case. That go there. This goes over top of those. Yeah, like that. All right. Okay. Now where are we? Oh, we gotta do the two other sides. All right. 2. No, 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 no. Got it. Saved it. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. here. This really is a odd and complicated little contraption we have, but it actually sits fairly level, which is impressive. Okay. There, look at that. That's fun. Let's see where that goes. That needs to be not underneath the Death Star, that's for sure. Oh no. Why is it stuck? Okay. Okay. What is this telling me to do in the instructions? On oh, it goes in the middle. How? How does it do that? Okay. If we're situated this way, there. Okay. I don't usually have to stand up to build Lego sets. Okay, that raises the platform. Okay. All right, let's keep working up here. How angled? This needs to be angled this way. Okay, and oh, something else to thread it through. Okay, now where does this little fella go? He goes right over here. Okay. Okay. I don't know where to work. You know, this one might be another one that I don't actually need to tie. If I can thread it through. A lot of the times, if you can put the string through the middle of these things where the axles go, then that is enough to actually hold the string in place by just pinching it through that hole there. And I think that's the case. Yeah, seems like it. Okay. And then you don't have to tie it, which is kind of nice. Okay, well now let's wind this guy up. center column so you can see this when it happens. Lifting the elevator up to the top. Top floor. Boom. Lingerie and power tools. Ooh, okay. So that's all the way up. What's next? We have... Okay, so we're going to put some stuff in this room. Right here. Fill it out a little bit, I guess. Not quite sure what room this is. Perhaps it's Darth Vader's office. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh, there's lots of tools. This might be... This could be a droid workshop? I don't know what this is. I don't remember what they... I don't remember what they did on the Death Star like this, with a room like this. Okay, so we're putting together a tool rack, essentially, here. Rack. And these go across the top of the tool rack. This guy needs to be on the desk. Alright, now what else do we have for the tool rack here? We have something that looks like a hammer. We have a star wrench. We have a screwdriver-y looking something or other. Got kind of a oil can paint bucket. We have, I don't know, socket wrench. Crescent wrench. Another crescent wrench. Maybe that wasn't a crescent wrench. Maybe that was just a, I have no idea. I don't know what all this stuff is. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, but we have got a full workbench here, so that needs to go here according to the instructions. Spanner, yeah, it's a Hydra spanner. Very good. Thank you for the help. Borderline sonic screwdriver. Okay. Oh, that's we are about to see a piece that I've never seen before. This This is a new piece. I have never seen this piece before. Who doesn't love seeing a new piece? Okay, we're still putting some more stuff into this office. Or, I really don't know what this is up here. It's got to be a droid. I mean, with the little magnifying glass here on the desk, it's got to be a droid work area. And this is like a droid, just a bucket. And I know, let's see here, when was it? It was on Bespin. It was on Cloud City when Chewie found C-3PO. Was there ever a droid thing on the Death Star situation? I don't think there was. I mean, obviously there's droids, but not a... Yeah. I don't know. Okay, well, we have a little droid right here that's just going to sit on the ground. Right there. Maybe a little bit further there. Sit. Okay. Here we go. Ah, I was right. Yes, out of 4,016 pieces, I've not seen one of them before. So this is good. This is where our TIE bomber will sit. That's its little hangar. Ironically, it is both a hangar for it to be located in, and it is going to be held on a hangar. Oh, except it's kind of wonky. There. Cool. We can rotate which way it goes, apparently. So there's that. Alright, what's next? Yeah, we're getting real close to being done here, which is good because I'm about to start eating these Lego pieces like I'm 2 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, what are we building now? This is some kind of work table, maybe? Don't know. Oh, I grabbed one instead of two. Those. Yeah, we don't have very... Oh no. There it is. That was almost a disaster. Found it. Okay. Okay. This needs to be in this area. Over here. All right. Another sticker. It's one of the easier kinds of stickers, though. It is Oh, stickers are on both sides. Okay. Stickers on both sides. Okay. Which means that is the remainder of our stickers. Huzzah! Okay. Stickers done. Alright, now if this one flips over. Oh, that sure doesn't. Like that, okay. Great. Okay. So this creative thing here, it kind of looks like a little USB stick, but basically it will let us put different things in this quasi computer screen here. So that's fun. All right. Okay, that is angled that way. Okay. This needs to be positioned like this. That doesn't actually attach to anything, so it doesn't have to go in any direction. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, we're gonna make a couple more command stations. So we'll just move this back a skosh. This is a shadow. We're in the dark side of the Death Star here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh dear. There's a piece somewhere. Okay, so I'm supposed to have 6 of these that are all face down. I'm supposed to have 6 of these. Well, I have 5 of them and 1 of these, which if I hold it up close, you can see that one's printed and then one is a bit of a grading. And so that means somewhere in this Death Star, I was supposed to use this. Instead of what I used. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This guy right here has the wrong thing on it. That is now correct. And that is remarkable that it was literally right in front of my face. Whew. I almost had to take this whole thing apart. I wouldn't have made you guys watch, but it almost happened. Goodness gracious me. That would have ruined my night, guys. I'm gonna blame the hunger and that I'm not thinking clearly. That's why that probably happened. a little disappointed that quality control hadn't pointed that out when the mistake happened. Oh, I'm sure his reply will be that he did, but he wanted to leave it as a little surprise for me so I could learn. So that's great. Oh, blech. We are so close to being done. There's no stopping for shots at this point. Okay. Oh, I should have put the... Did you guys see when I put the other one of these on? Oh, we're getting so close. I can almost taste the dinner. Okay. Need to make 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Red goes up. Red goes up. Red goes up. Okay, guys, we're gonna finish strong here. There's nothing more than about, shoot, maybe 10 pieces left on the trays right now. Okay, so let's move this back. This fella goes up here. Ta-da! So now we have a couple of command areas for people to stand. And position the beam. Although this should let me... Oh, I bet you that's the next step. Haha! It is. Okay. So this just caps off the top up here. Very anticlimactically. And these, boom, 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 go like this. And this will go down into here, which lets us, if I turn this a bit more, so this controls the left and right, and then you can twist this to control the up and down. We've got pitch and yaw. Very good. Ah, oh. Well, guys, shoot. That's it. That is, we have a fully operational Death Star here. I'm gonna go ahead and, just to make sure no accidents happen, I'm gonna put the last spare pieces over here, and then we're gonna go mobile with the camera here, and we're gonna take a little tour. Hey, hon. Would you help me get out of where I am?
You got it?
Yeah, thanks. Okay. So, let me, like we had to do for the Disney Castle, we're gonna hopefully, oh no. Hang on, everyone. Ah. Lost our camera. Camera down. Camera back. Oh, there we go. Okay, camera's back. Okay, let's pull this back a bit. Okay, so this thing is just massive. So up top here we have the positioning, as we've already seen. We have this room over here. I don't think there's anything interactive in this room other than having some swivel chairs. This room over here, the droid workshop, has all these tools. We have this crank right here, which will raise and lower the... Kind of looks like a dumbwaiter in the middle of the Death Star here, but it goes all the way down. Can't see it very well, but it does go through the entire center. Ugh. It goes all the way to the bottom floor. So you can see it moving past here. It's coming. There it is. Bottom floor. Okay, that's cool. So that goes all the way through. Also, up here, if you lift the table, that lets us move this around a little bit, which seems unnecessary at best. We did see this already, that the TIE Advance will open up so you can put Darth in there. There we go. Close it back up again. And it can just take off. That's neat. Let's see here, what else? Let's just keep going around the top. Up here we have our turrets, which we can position with those. Position with those. All right, now down in this area here we have not enough cord. Okay, well, let's push this back a bit more. Oh, I just killed someone. Oh well. All right, so down here we have the Emperor's throne room. You know what, that's a little dark. If I rotate myself, then we're gonna have better lighting on this. So let's do that. Okay, we got the Emperor's throne room here, complete with swivel chair, and we can put somebody up here that will fall off. And if they fall off, they can fall through down to here, where Luke could be waiting to swing to safety with Leia. What else do we have? I think this area is probably my favorite area. It's the detention block, and you can see over here there's cell. We can take that out, but if you look from the top, you can actually see that we can open up the cell door here. I don't know if my camera can get in there or not. Oh, it can. So we can get in, open up the cell door, and then on this side, if they were to, say, blast open the thing, the garbage chute actually goes straight down into the compactor. And the garbage in the compactor is keeping it from compacting. There we go. That one's doing it still. Oh, it works, guys. Look at that. Oh, fixed it. We do have a little creature down here. We got the tractor beam that Obi-Wan can walk out on. Oh, and there's the door over here. There we go. We got the tractor beam for Obi-Wan to walk out on. You can release that. What other rooms do we have? We have the laser blaster computer here. Let's see here. Underneath that, we have some heavy artillery, which we can actually shoot our eyes out with. Up here, oh, I missed this. There's a knob on this door to open the door. Don't know why that one has a knob, but there, we've already seen that. Down here, we're in the work area. We can actually lift up this platform. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, so this platform. Ha! So the platform will let you take something from the hangar level down to the shop. Oh, that's really clever. I hadn't noticed that would work that way before. Okay, I think we pretty much covered it all, and then down at the bottom we just have some storage area down there. Okay, and then, like I said before, we just have tons and tons of minifigs, so I'm gonna figure out where to put these around throughout the model to make it look as good as possible. That's it. That's our Death Star. That thing. Hopefully, Bo James is happy now. That was one heck of a build, guys. 5:30. All right, it was a little overtime, a little longer than I'd hoped for it to be, but we were close. Put this back up here. My cord is stuck. There we go. Okay. Well, that's kind of a silly angle now, isn't it? Doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. All right, so, yeah, finally, Death Star. Got that done. Looks pretty darn cool. I haven't actually picked it up. Let's try it. Ooh, yeah, that is heavy. That is a heavy Lego set. Yeah, most impressive. Thank you guys for sticking through with this one. I know it was a longer one. Actually, I think this was the most time for a Lego set yet. So next weekend, smaller ones again. Go back and make them bite-sized pieces instead of this huge main course meal. But I had a blast. This was great. Thanks for showing up. And I think probably this will be something that some people end up finishing on demand later, since I know some of you guys had to leave, like Tyson and Jay. So thank you all. Happy end of my weekend. I know this was Monday for a lot of people, but you guys are great. I always love building these things, and I look forward to seeing you all next weekend. Bye, everyone.